Hey everybody, this is Mrs. Clark and I'm going to show you how to code this adorable fossil for Valentine's Day. So you can write your own questions for any content, and when you finish, it creates this picture. If you want to get this exact template, click on the description below and let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is come up to the percentage and change it to 75% so that I can see everything on one screen. The next step is to write my questions and answers. I do that by simply clicking on the box and typing. And then after you do that, if you want to, you can come through and adjust the font size, color, all of that. And you can slide this bar in and out as well to change the size of the boxes. So go ahead and write your questions and answer them as well. Now we'll talk about the coding. We're actually only going to have to write 9 codes, one for each of these answer boxes. When you write your code, you're telling the computer 2 things. You need to tell the computer what box you're talking about, whether it's this one or this one or this one, and you need to tell the computer what needs to be in that box in order for the code to activate. In other words, the answer to your question. So 9, 20, February, etc. When I say that you need to tell the computer what box you're talking about, every single box in a spreadsheet has a name. You name the box by the column and row that it's in. So for example, this box is in column B. You can see it shaded up there. And it is in rows 4, 5, 6, and 7. But when you're naming the box, you use the first number. So this is row 4. The name of this box then is B4. The name of this box is B8. This box is column B, row 12. This box is column B, row 16. So with that being said, let's look at the code. It's just the stuff I was just talking about. You'll tell the computer the column and row and what the answer to your question is. Here it is. I recommend writing this down. It is equals $column, $row equals answer. The code for this box then would be equals $B, equals 9. The code for this box will be equals $B, $8 equals 20. This box will be equals $B, $12 equals February, and something extra. If the answer is a word like February, you have to put it in quotes, and I'll show you that. So let's just dive in and start our first code. First, I click on the box I'm actually coding, which will always be one of the answer boxes. Next, I'm going to come up to Format. If you don't have this menu, click here. Click on Format and open Conditional Formatting. This is the coding window. We'll keep it open the whole time, but if you lose it, that's how you get back. You can see that it colored in that 9 box. It's starting a code for us. With these steps here, I always start at the bottom, meaning I'm going to tell the computer what color I want it to turn, and I need to pick a color from the picture. I can click on the paint bucket and try to figure out what color, but it can be hard sometimes to know which one it is. And so then I just come over to the picture and I find it first. So I'm going to click, I want to do this lightest blue. And I'm going to click on the paint bucket to see where it's located. Okay, so it's second from the right. Great. Now let me click back on the box I'm actually coding, which is this one. And since I was just looking at that color, it'll now actually be easy for me to find. So back over to our coding window. I am now going to find that color that I was just looking at, which is this lightest blue. I've selected my color. The next step is to write the code. To do that, come to Format Cells If, click on this menu, and scroll all the way down to the very last option, which says Custom Formula Is. The box will appear. Here's where you're going to write the code, telling the computer the column and row of this box and that there needs to be a 9 in it for the code to work. Equals $B, that's the column, $4, that's the row, equals 9, that's the answer. Now keep this window open, but I'm going to close it just to show you real quick. There's the box, there's the code. The code is technically done. I told the computer that if there's a 9 in that box, turn it blue, and if there isn't, don't turn it blue. So the code is actually done. What I want to do now is just click on some of the blues from the picture so that they also turn blue at the same time. And that is what this last step is for. It's called Apply to Range. Click on this little window pop-up will come, slide it over. And now I'm going to click on the light blues from the picture so that they turn blue as well. But I don't want to lose the one I already clicked on, which is this big 9 box. It needs to stay selected. So I need to hold down a button on my computer, and that button is Control, or if you have a Mac, Command. You hold that down because then as you click on new pixels, it just adds it to the code, and it doesn't delete stuff that you already clicked before. In other words, it lets you select a big group. Click on all of the lightest blues in the fossil and make sure that 9 box is still selected too, and you can see all of them here. When you're done, lift up on Control, and you need to do 3 steps. Step 1 is to hit OK on the range. Step 2 is to hit Done on the code, and Step 3 is very important and easy to forget. Come up to the paint bucket and click Reset. All right, everything is selected, so just click anywhere, and we are going to test it. Click on this box, hit Delete or Backspace so the 9 is gone, and the pixels are gone. Put the 9 in, and you do have to click off of it for it to activate, but there it is, it worked. Now, we're not going to keep the 9 in there. We want our fossil to be disappearing in front of our eyes so we don't get confused about what's already been coded, but you can see the code is still there. Now, click on the next answer box. There's no code for this one, and we're going to write our next code. Come over here and click Add Another Rule. And we will start again by picking our color. I want to do the darkest gray, so I'm just going to hop on over to the actual picture real quick and find that color. It is the 5th one in. Okay, now, really important that I click back on the box I'm actually coding. And now I can start. Click on the paint bucket, and I'm going to select my color. And I accidentally changed the font color, so I want to change the paint bucket, not the font. But that's actually good to note because the way that it is, I can't see the font anymore anyways. So I could, while I change the paint bucket, I can also change the font color to white. And that's now part of the code. Now we'll write our code. So click on Custom Formula is equals $B, that's the column of this box. $8, that's the row, equals 20, that's the answer. The code is technically done. And now I am just going to add to the range. So it already has that big 20 box. Hold down Control, and I'm going to click on the dark grays in the picture so that they can be part of the code. When I'm finished, I lift up on Control and I'll do my 3 steps. OK on the range, done on the code, and reset the paint bucket. Click anywhere else and we'll test it. And we can put in the 9 and the 20, and you do have to click off of it for it to activate. All right, we're going to do our next one, and I am going to do the light blue. It's the lightest one that's left because I already did that very light one. So it's going to be this color in here. And I can find it in the paint bucket. It is 5th from the right, close to the middle, right? Okay, I need to click on the box I'm actually coding, which is the February box. And then I come over and click Add Another Rule. And I'll start at the bottom and tell the computer what color I want it to turn. Next, I'll write my code telling the computer the column and row of that February box and that the answer to the question is February equals $B, that's the column, $12, that's the row over here, equals February. Now I want to show you something. I mentioned that if it's a word, you have to do something special, and it turned white to show me over here that the code is wrong. If your answer is a word like February or Mercury, you have to put quotation marks around it, just like dialogue in a book. And now it turns blue again to show me that it worked. You do not have to do that if it is a number like we had before, but if it's a word, you have to do that. And now I'm going to click on all these light blues. If you have a lot next to each other, you can click and drag your finger like in a row, and and I was able to select a bunch at once. Also know that if you click on something that you didn't mean to click on, like that, you can just click on it again and it will deselect it. And something else I want to point out is that it takes a little while to get good at doing pixel art, so don't worry if you make mistakes the first time or even the 5th time. That's very normal. Stick with it because it'll get really easy a lot quicker. Lift up on control, and now I need to do my 3 steps. So I hit OK on the range, done on the code, and then remember that paint bucket. Reset it. Very important. Click literally anywhere else and delete the February box. Great. Now we'll do our next box, which is another word. Now let's take a look and see how many colors we have left. So we still have the black, the dark blue, the darkest blue, the blue, and the gray. So let me show you those. Black, that's the darkest blue there, dark blue, blue, and gray. So that is 5. Yeah, that's 5 colors, but we have 6 questions left. So if I did 1 color per question, I would finish here, and I'd have 1 question left and no colors. So for the next question that I do, I'll split it up. So I'm going to do the dark blue, which is this color and this color, and I'm going to do about half of it. All right, so I'm going to find that color in the paint bucket. It is the 4th custom color. Now I click on the box I'm actually coding, which is the Mercury box, and I come over and click add another rule. I'll start by picking that color we were just looking at. And now I'm going to write my code. Custom formula is equals $B, that's the column, $16, that's the row, equals Mercury, with quotation marks around it because it's a word. The code is done, and now I'm going to add about half of those dark blue pixels from the picture. And something I want to say too, as you're clicking on these, especially like in the letters, if I accidentally included like that one instead, it will be fine. And even in the fossil, if you click on some that aren't supposed to be clicked on, or like you use a dark blue when it should have been darkest blue, it's just shading. It's just for like artistic purposes. So it'll still look great when it's finished. Don't stress too much about the colors, especially with them all being kind of similar. And another thing I want to say is that I also have a video called Troubleshooting. It's common pixel art mistakes and how to fix them. So if you forgot to code something, or you left a pixel behind, or something just doesn't look quite right at the end, that video will help you. It's very normal to make mistakes at the beginning. So you can watch that video. It's in all my pixel art playlists, and it's also located right here underneath that coding window. All right, I lifted up on control, and now I'll do my 3 steps. So I'm going to hit OK on the range, done on the code, and reset that paint bucket. So I did half of those dark blues so that I would now be at a point where I have 5 colors left on the board and I have 5 questions. So for every question I do, I'll do the full color and it'll finish right on time. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video now, and then we'll check in at the end and see how it looks. right, when you finish, if you have any pixels left behind, all you have to do is click on the answer keys till you find the color, and then you can open that code and just add that pixel in. Click apply to range, click add another range, hold down control and just select whatever you left behind, then do your 3 steps. And that's how you can add one in if you left one out. Let's close this conditional formatting window. This is the video I was telling you about. If you need any extra help, that's very normal. Let's go ahead and put in our answers and see how it looks. And there's our final picture. So I hope this video helps you whether you're coding this or something else. And I hope you have a fun time with this project.